Next morning in Yeonmin's room, Yoongi was the first one to wake up. He felt a heavy weight on his chest as he looked down, and a smile crept on his face. Looking at Jimin, who was snuggled closer to him, he slowly caressed his hair not to wake him up. So beautiful, he mumbled. Yoongi was admiring him just then. Jimin started moving in his sleep. Yoongi immediately pulled his hand away. Jimin snuggled more into him, mumbling, so warm. What is happening to? Why am I doing this? He questioned himself. Yoongi tucked him inside the blanket as he got up. Jimin whined in his sleep when he couldn't feel any warmth of Yoongi. He put a pillow beside Jimin, who was now hugging it tightly. Yoongi smiled. He is such a kid. Yoongi went to freshen up and walked downstairs towards the living room. In the living room, Yoongi, you came, son? Where is Jimin? He did not wake up yet? Yoongi smiles. No, mom, he is still sleeping. Let him sleep. But he will be late for office, son. It's okay, mom, I will wait for him. Mrs. Min became shocked. What happened to my son? Did he hit his head somewhere? She put a hand on his forehead to check if he had fever. Yoongi became confused. What are you doing, mom? Mrs. Min in mind. He don't have fever. Then, is he in love with Jimin? Yoongi became annoyed. What are you thinking now? Mrs. Min happily. Nothing, Yoongi, you have your food. After some time, Jimin rushed downstairs while panicking. Mrs. Min became worried. What happened, Jimin? Why are you in such a hurry? Jimin immediately walked towards the table and looked down nervously. Yoongi, I'm so sorry. Because of me, you again got late. Don't worry about that. But she got cut off by Yoongi. Yoongi wanted to tease Jimin a little, so he immediately stopped his mom from speaking. Yoongi with his fake anger. Do you know, we had an important meeting today? See, because of you, again I lost one project. Jimin was feeling guilty. I'm so sorry, Yoongi. See, mom, I again made his loss, he said while tears slipped from his eyes. I don't even deserve to be your friend, Yoongi. Mrs. Min smacked Yoongi's head. Why are you making my son cry, huh? Jimin, he was teasing you. Stop crying, Jim. Jimin became confused. What? I was only teasing you, Jimin. I did not have any meetings today. I did not know you could cry. Jimin, while pouting, I will not talk to you. You are so bad. Yoongi smiled, looking at how cute Jimin was looking right now. Mrs. Min in mind. The way he looks at him, he is totally weak for Jimin. I hope he realizes his feelings soon. Don't be angry, Jimina. I was only teasing you. He held both of his ears, saying sorry. Jimin smiles. Okay, I forgive you. Jimin, you have your breakfast, then we'll go to office. Mom, when is Tay coming? I'm so excited to meet him. Yoongi mumbling. Now he gave him nickname also. Mrs. Min, Jimina, they will reach in the afternoon. Jimin was pouting. Have to wait for 5 hours? Jimin, let's go. Have to introduce you to the fashion designing team. Jimin became nervous. Yoongi, can I wear one of your suit? I don't want to make a bad impression in office. Jim, don't think like that. What are you wearing right now is so also pretty. But mom, other employees dress up so well. I also want to look like them. Yoongi, give him your suit. I want my son to look the prettiest in front of others. Jimin looked down shyly. I'm not pretty, mom. Yoongi in his deep voice. You are the prettiest, Jimin. Jimin blushed when he noticed Yoongi staring at him. Mrs. Min coughed. If you are done staring at my son-in-law, then give him your suit. Yoongi looked away, embarrassed by his actions. Let's go, Jimin. I have to give you the suit. Jimin nodded and both walked towards their room. In Yeonmin's room, they were inside Yoongi's closet. Yoongi gave him the newest suit which he had got a few days ago. Yoongi, I don't want this. It's so expensive. Give me any of your old suits. Why will you wear the old one, huh? Go wear this. But Yoongi said in his deep voice, you're changing or should I make you change? Jimin widened his eyes. No, I will change. He stuttered. What is wrong with me? I think I have gone mad. Jimin came out wearing the suit. Yoongi, I feel weird in this, and what should I do with this tie? Yoongi's eyes were fixed on Jimin, who was looking very beautiful in the suit. Yoongi, why are you not answering? He patted on his shoulder. That it looks good on you. Wait, let me make your tie. Jimin was looking down while pouting when Yoongi was making his tie. Now what happened? Don't you like this suit? It's nice, but I'm feeling weird wearing this. It will be fine after some time. Come, let's go now. Yoongi held his hand and took him downstairs. They came in the living room. Oh my god, Jimin, you are looking so pretty in this suit. I think everyone is going to drool over you today. Yoongi became possessive. I will pluck their eyes out. He said it out loud without realizing it. Mrs. Min was teasing him. So possessive for your husband, huh? Yoongi trying to change the topic. Jimin, let's go. Hobi just called me. He's waiting for us. He stuttered. Bye, mom. I will come back in the afternoon when Tay comes. They reached the office. Both entered inside the office. All the employees were looking at Jimin, mostly drooling over him. One employee said, Jimin sir, you're looking so pretty today. Jimin smiles, thank you, Jack. Youngie in his deep, scary voice, focus on your work, Jack, not on any other thing, or you will get your termination letter very soon. Yes, sir, he stuttered. He bowed and immediately left from there. Let's go to my cabin. I will tell the staff to shift your table in my office. Jimin became confused. But why Hayung? Hobi Hayung gave me a new cabin. That you are new, right? So I have to explain everything to you. Come, let's go to my cabin. In the cabin, Hobi was already waiting for Yoongi in his office. Yoongi, why are you? Oh my god, who is this handsome boy? He walked towards Jimin and cupped his face. You're looking so lovely and sexy. Jimin looked at Yoongi because Hobi was too close to him. Yoongi smacked on Hobi's hand, pulling him away. Yoongi was really annoyed. Why are you always in my cabin? You have your own cabin, right? Go there. Hobi was started teasing him. I can also ask you the same thing. What is Jimin doing here? That he's new, right? So I have to teach him everything now. Then he can work in my cabin. I can also teach him, right? Youngi shouted, no way. I'm not deaf. Why are you shouting, Pabo? He's not going anywhere. He will work with me. He held his hand possessively. Let's ask Jimin with whom he wants to work. Jimin became shy. Hi, I want to work with Youngi. Youngi was with a proud smile. Did you see? Now get out of my cabin. Don't disturb us. Time skips 4 hours later. Youngi was explaining about the project to Jimin, and Jimin will also understand whatever he was explaining. You're really talented, Jimina. You know, when I was new in this field, it took me a month to understand everything. But look at you. Jimin smiles. It's only because of you, Yongi. Just then, Yongi got a call from Mrs. Min. Hello, Mom. Yongi, Tae and Jungkook have arrived. When are you guys coming back? Mom, now we have work. We will meet them in the evening. But Yongi at least sent Jimin home. He was excited to meet him from yesterday. No, Mom, it's his first day in office. He cannot come. Jimin was pouting while looking down. He wanted to meet his Tete, but Yongi already said no to Mom. Mrs. Min was trying to convince him, but Yongi was not ready to listen to anything. Mom, I'm busy now. I'll call you later. Yongi looked at Jimin, who was sadly looking down. Yongi sighed, looking at Jimin's face. You want to go home? He asked. Jim did not reply to him and looked down silently. Come, let's go. He held his hand. Jimin looked up at Yongi, being confused. But where? We are going home, Jimina. But you told Mom you think I will let you work with your sad face? I know you want to meet Taeyong. But what about the remaining work? Don't worry about that. I will tell Hobi to handle it. Jim happily smiled, hugged Yongi tightly. Thank you, Yongi. Let's go then. I want to meet Tete. At home in the living room. Yongi, walk fast now. I don't want to be late. Yongi was really annoyed. Jimin, you're dragging me from the office. Your Tete is not going to run away. Slow down, Jimina. No. Just then someone shouted from the living room, running towards Jimin. Jimin left Yoongi's hand and happily walked towards Taeyong. I missed you so much, Jim. Both were hugging each other, forgetting that even others existed. Jungkook came towards Young and hugged him. Baby, leave Jimin now. He's so smart, he will be squeezed in your arms. Yeah, Bunny, stop teasing me. How are you, brother-in-law? And you're taking good care of my Chim, right? Tete, let's go. You must be hungry, right? Both soulmates walked towards the dining room while chit-chatting. Yoongi looked at his brother. How are you handling this boy? Whenever he comes back to Korea, he doesn't leave a chance to irritate me. Jungkook laughs. Jimin will also be like Taeyong in some time. Oh please, my Jimin has never behaved like that. He's really a sweet boy. Jungkook started teasing him. My Jimin and all, huh? My tongue is slipping a lot in these days. I should put a full stop on my tongue. In the dining room. Jungkook, how is your business going on? It's good, Hyung. Jungkook, this time I won't let you guys leave from Korea, Mrs. Min said. But Umma, our company is in US. How can you stay here? I don't know anything. You're staying and that's final. Yes, please stay with her. Do you know how much I missed you, Tae? Guys, I have a plan. Cook, let's take Jimin and Umma with us to US. Yongi became shocked. Why will you take my husband without my permission, huh? Taeyong rolled his eyes. Who needs your permission? He's my soulmate first. He will go with me. He's not going anywhere, Taeyong. But why Hayung? He's also feel good. He has never gone anywhere after the marriage, right? He has work, he cannot go like that. Don't worry about that. I will tell Hobi Hayung. He will allow us. Guys, stop fighting, and I'm not going anywhere. Youngie smiled. Did you hear that, Kim Taeyong? Tae was pouting. Jimina, this is wrong. You always take Hayung's side. Jim inside hugged Taeyong. I just started to work, Tae, and I don't want to take off from my work. Okay, fine. I'm leaving you this time, but next time you have to come with us. Jimin nodded while smiling. Come, let's go to our room. You know, I bought you a suit for the party. Come, let me show you that. Both walked towards Jimin's room while chit-chatting. Yeonmin's room. What are you looking at, Jim? Go and wear this now. How can I wear this day? See, it's so revealing. Nothing's going to happen, and Ayong will also fell for you looking at you in this outfit. Jimin became shy. Shut up, Tae. What? I'm not like I know that grandpa still not accepted you, right? But he's trying to. You know how much he has changed? He even made me his friend. Taeyang became annoyed. Wow, after 8 months of marriage, he only accepted you as his friend? And you were also happy with that? Jimin was smiling. Yeah, I'm happy that he at least gave me a part in his life. You're really innocent, Jimina. If you keep giving him chances, he will leave you and get married to someone else. You became sad hearing this. Please don't say that, Tae. You know now how much I love him. But I'm not lying. How will you feel when he will leave you and go with someone else? Jimin became jealous. I will kill that person by my own hand. No need to do that. You have to make Yoongi realize his feelings for you. Jimin was pouting. But how, Tete? See, I have a plan. Anyways, you guys are going to party tomorrow, right? I want you to mix the thing in Haring's drink. Jimin innocently. But what will happen if I do that? Aish, what will I do with my Chim? He's so innocent. Sorry, Chim, but this is the only way I can make you guys together. After drinking, Haring will realize his feelings and he will confess to you. Jim, happy. Really? Thank you so much, Tete. But you are wearing this. At least make Hayung a little jealous. But the top is transparent. How can I wear this? You'll look hot after wearing this. Even Hayung will not be able to take his eyes off you. Tomorrow I will take Uma and cook to my house so you guys can enjoy at night. Jimin became confused. What do you mean, Te? How will we enjoy at night? Taeyang in mind. My poor Chim's innocence will be taken away tomorrow. I hope Hayung don't go too hard on him. Time skipped the next day in Yeonmin's room. Jimina, come out. What are you doing? Only 5 more minutes. Youngi was whining. Jimina, come outside. You're saying this for 1 hour. Jimin nervously. Wait, hang, I'm coming. After 30 more minutes. You're coming or should I come inside? He stared sternly. I don't understand what type of clothes did Tay bought for you that it's taking so long for you to dress up. The door opened, revealing Jimin, who slowly came outside while looking down. Young's eyes were fixed on Jimin, who was looking eternally in his clothes. Jimin said in his low voice, he called for Yongi. Yongi was looking at his slim waist, which was visible in his transparent shirt. Yongi said in his deep voice, what are you wearing, Jimin? Jimin became scared hearing him. I won't take your decision trend right now, so I should wear this for the party. Yongi walked closer to Jimin. He put his hand on Jimin's waist and pulled him closer. Jimin was really scared now. Yongi, he stuttered. Young in his deep voice. You think I will let others see how my husband wearing this? He said in his deep voice. Jimin, go and change. You are not wearing this, he said in his cold voice. But Yongi, they will be upset if I don't wear this. Yongi said, no, Jimin, you are not wearing this, and I don't want anyone looking at you. What should I do now? They said I should wear this only, then only Yongi will confess to me. He said innocently in his mind. Jimin showed his puppy eyes. Please, Hayung, please, I want to wear this, he said while pouting. Yongi, don't fall for his eyes. Jimin again said in his baby voice, please, Yon. Ugh, fine, you can wear this, but you will not go anywhere and stay close to me. Jim happily, thank you, Yongi. He hugged him tightly. Time skipped in the party. Yongi was talking to their business partner with Jimin close to him. He did not even let him move away from him. Yongi, I will come in a minute. Where are you going? I want to use the washroom. Don't worry, I will be back in 5 minutes. I'll come with you. Let's go. How I'm going to execute my plan if Hayong stays with me? No, Yongi, your business partners are here. I'll be back soon. Yongi nodded, leaving Jimin's space, understanding him. After 5 minutes, Jimin came back holding two soft drinks in his hand. Yongi, take this. Jimin, can you fix this button? He asked him, showing his sleeves. Jimin nervously put both the drinks down and started fixing Yongi's sleeve button. Jimin turned around to pick up the glasses, but he forgot the glass in which he put that thing. Oh God, was it the left one or the right one? I think it's the left one. Jimin gave Yongi one glass and he was drinking the other, looking at Yongi. Jimin felt a little weird while drinking, but he drank the whole glass without thinking much. Jimin's whole focus was on Yongi. They told him after drinking it, the person will feel sweaty and hot. Jimin wiped his sweat and looked at Yongi, who was normal enjoying the party. What is happening to me? Why am I feeling hot? When the air conditioner is on. Yongi became worried looking at Jimin. Jimin, what happened? Why are you sweating? Jimin wiped his sweat from his forehead and looked at Yongi. I'm fine, Yongi, don't worry. But why I'm feeling dizzy and hot? What is happening to me? Jimin stumbled a little, holding his head. He's paining. God, did I drink the juice which was for Yongi? Jim, you're definitely not okay. Come, let's go home. Yongi wiped his sweat and held him closer and was not able to balance himself. Jimin said with his teary eyes, Yongi, I don't feel good. It's hot here, he stuttered. Suddenly, what happened to you, Jimina? Yongi explaining, I can't. Did you get hurt somewhere? Come show me. He's paining down there, he said. Yongi's eyes widened and looked at Jimin. He understood what was happening to him. He wrapped his arms around his waist and immediately took him towards his car. In the car, Jimin, calm down, drink this water. You'll get relief. Jimin was moving in his seat. He was feeling uncomfortable in his clothes. It's paining, Yongi. Please help me. I can't bear it. Please do something. He stuttered. Jimin removed his tie and he was about to remove his clothes, but Yongi stopped him. Yongi nervously. Jimina, please bear it for some more time. We are near our house. Jimin was started crying now. I can't hide him. It's paining a lot. Yongi held his hand, trying to calm him down. It was feeling good when Yongi was caressing his hand. Yongi, please touch me. I want you. Yongi's eyes widened, listening to Jimin's request. Jimina, you are not in your right mind. Please try to calm down. Jimin was started crying. It's hurting, Yongi. Please do something. Yongi tried to give him cold water, but he pushed it away. He was feeling really needy for Yongi's touch. He held Yongi's hand and put it on his waist, roaming it on his whole body. Young immediately pulled his hand away. Jimina, we are both about to reach. Please bear it for some more time. Jimin nodded while crying. At home, Youngi carried Jimin in the living room and tried to call his mom and they, but they were not in the house and not even answering his calls. He put Jimin down and walked towards the kitchen to get an ice pack for him. He rushed toward Jimin. He put a cold pack on his stomach and made him drink some water. Youngi is still paining. He stuttered. Youngi tried calling his mom and thing, but both were not answering his call again. Youngi carried Jimin towards his room and laid him on his bed. In Yeonmin's room, Jimin took his shirt off and threw it somewhere in the room. When he was about to unbuckle his belt, Youngi immediately stopped him. Jimna, you're not in your right mind. Don't do this. Jimin looked at Youngi with teary eyes. See the comment section for next. Next morning in Yeonmin's room, Jimin was the first one to wake up. He held his head as he was feeling a little dizzy. He tried to move, but Youngi's hands were protectively wrapped around his waist. When did we come home from the party? His eyes widened when he looked at himself. He was not wearing anything. He then looked at Youngi, who was he was wearing all his clothes. When he tried to get away from his hold, Youngi woke up and looked at Jimin, who was panicking. Youngi immediately brought his clothes and gave it to Jimin. What happened yesterday, Hayung? He stuttered. Why I'm naked? Youngi explained him everything, whatever happened in the party and at home. Jimin looked down, feeling embarrassed by his actions. He immediately wore his clothes and came towards Youngi. Youngi, I'm sorry, because of me you had to. He stuttered, but Youngi immediately stopped him. It's not your fault, Jimina. Someone mixed that thing in your drink, so you were behaving like that. Jimin became nervous. It was me who mixed it, he stuttered. Youngi became shocked. What? But why did you do that? Tete told me if I did that, you will confess your feelings to me. But accidentally I drank it. Youngi in disbelief. That boy, wait, let him come home. I will teach him a lesson. Jimin was still looking down, feeling embarrassed. Youngi pulled him in his embrace. What did you do this, huh? You would have confessed to me directly, right? I thought you will not accept me, so I asked Tete for help. Youngi quickly pecked his lid, looking at his innocent husband. Jimin touched his lip, looking at Youngi, being shocked. Don't be shocked, baby. We have done more than this yesterday. Jimin blushed by looking down. Don't you deserve punishment for doing this with me? Jimin was pouting. But I did not do anything. It was Tete's plan. Do you know how much hard time you gave me yesterday? I had to control myself from ruining you yesterday. Jimin became shy. I'll go take a shower, he stuttered. Where are you going alone, baby? Let's continue what we left yesterday night. He carried him in bridal style towards the washroom. The end.